Back alongside Dave for Hrechkosy. Bob Francis has had a lot to be concerned with tonight. A rash of penalties, power play opportunities, and 3 Cleveland goals. Dave, 3-1 Lumberjacks over Salt Lake, the face-off deep in Eagles territory.
Due to all those penalties, Bobby's had to juggle his lines around considerably all evening long, and that's created a lot of problems also.
Here's the play now for Salt Lake's kid, who winds it but not out. Jacks keep the puck along the far side. McKillick back to the right wing point as the Cleveland take over. Nelson on a center one. Harkins breaks it up, leads LeBeau on a 3-man break, but there are 3 Lumberjack players in line at center, and that's why they were able to break that play up. Here's Gauthier in for McKillick, but Patrick LeBeau intercepts in a 3-on-2 Salt Lake break. LeBeau for Harkins. McCarthy was trapped in. Now LeBeau cuts in, hands it in front for Harkins, but intercepted, and the Jacks break back on a 3-on-2. Gauthier with McKillick. McKillick drops for Gauthier, and the pass off the mark. And boy, McKillick has a ton of moves. He worked in them, and at the last moment was able to drop it back. Here's Paul Dick out of Moose Jaw, the Western Hockey League. Left wing for Gauthier, trying to work it free off the backboard. And McKillick centers in front. Chance for Gauthier, but nobody home. And boy, these players with Gauthier and McKillick all over the place. And finally, Salt Lake gain possession and clear it down to the blue line. And now knocked into the top of the circle and cleared in. It's Duberman, McKillick, and Gauthier on this line. And the centerman this time is Duberman with McKillick. Here's the play on left wing, and then Clark trying to poke it free. Wall right back to center, and the Jacks are able to poke it into the neutral zone where Gillingham steals. Down the left wing side, in for Struch, cutting in on goal, backhander, and deflects wide. And finally it's cleared by the Jacks, but not out Clark. Able to take over, almost cleared it outside the blue line, but finally McKillick holds on. Struch deals, trying to center one, loose in front, Gillingham, but finally the Jacks have no other choice but to ice the puck. Darren Stolk back after icing is the call. Good scoring opportunities for the Golden Eagles.
Struch, Gillingham, and Clark working very well together. They have such a knack of when 2 players are hustling on a player in the corner, the opposing player with the puck, one of the other players goes right to an open spot, and they're having good success trying to find that open player.
Golden Eagles will take on the Lumberjacks next week, but there are more activities. And Tuesday, March 16th, the Eagles will take on the Milwaukee Admirals. Purchase a $12 ticket and get a coupon for a free medium pizza from Domino's. That's Tuesday, March 16th, Milwaukee against the Salt Lake Golden Eagles. Call 532-GOAL for more information. Here's the play now, back of the goal, and Hafey trying to hold on, being watched by Jamie Heward. Cuts to the top of the circle, now moves in, but stripped to the puck at the last moment. Not able to get a scoring crack on Dobson. Another chance for the Jackson. Ganser's shot goes over top of the goal. 3-1 Cleveland. Here late in the second period, they center one. Ganser after, but Salt Lake break back. Harris leads a 3-man rush to center. Throws down left wing, trying to poke it free, but finally it squirts into the corner. Jacks just cleared up into the stands with 6:35 left in the second. Eagles have been outshot and outscored. We'll come back with more from the Richfield Coliseum. This is Salt Lake Golden Eagles hockey. Pat? Maybe sometime a good close-up of somebody, maybe Chernomaz, number 16, if you get a chance. Doesn't have to be now, but sometime. He's out there now. Rich Chernomaz of the Golden Eagles, 8 points shy of Lyle Bradley's mark for career scoring. Will probably break that before the season is concluded, and 14 minutes shy of Stu Grimson's franchise record in penalty minutes. So those 2 records will fall soon, Dave.
Chernomaz with 43 points so far this evening, trying to come back from that leg injury that he sustained a couple months ago.
Here's the play in front of the goal. McCarthy shoots it right on, and Dobson able to catch it and holds on. Good scoring chance in front. Rob Dobson, a 3rd-year pro, played Canadian college hockey at Wilfrid Laurier, and stops McCarthy in front of the net.
Sandy McCarthy with his own contingent of fans. His folks are here this evening watching him. First chance into Cleveland area, and they came out to watch him, and he's out there trying to give it his darndest tonight also.
Sandy McCarthy, the youngest Golden Eagle. He's only 20 years of age. He's a little bit younger than Trevor Kidd, the goaltender tonight. Here's the play now, back of the goal, and Peter Ahola being hounded by LeBeau. LeBeau, Chernamaz, and McCarthy is the threesome up front, and finally it's popped in his center, and the Jacks take over into the neutral zone. Sandy Smith, his pass stolen away, and a break for Salt Lake. Chernamaz with LeBeau. Chernamaz in, shoots, and the save by the goaltender Dobson. I'm not sure if that was deflected on the way through. Now the Jacks break back. Gancher shoots. That's off the leg of McCarthy and deflects around. It's Cleveland trying to keep the puck in, but there is Chernamaz for Salt Lake, just able to loft it to center. So that line getting some scoring chances, but the Eagles will change up offensively in just a moment as Ahola for Cleveland able to cue it off the glass to center, and stoppage at playing a high stick into the neutral zone. Scoring opportunities, but no cigars for the Golden Eagles.
That line of Chernamaz, LeBeau, and McCarthy being reunited this evening and getting the good scoring opportunities you mentioned. But I think on that particular shot that Jamie Heward deflected the shot, the defenseman from Cleveland deflected that shot as it was going to the net.
Well, the Golden Eagles are the top farm team of the Calgary Flames, and of course there's been talk of Calgary moving on, maybe leaving as far as the affiliation is concerned, but hockey is expected to return in Salt Lake. Maybe not with Calgary, Dave, but Larry Miller feeling that Salt Lake will continue to have a hockey team.
Well, I'm sure that Tim Howells, the president of the Golden Eagles, is working on something that'll be good for the Golden Eagles.
There's been talk also of the potential of Anaheim if they come into the National Hockey League next season, Dave. And I know Tim Howells would love to have that relationship with Delta Airlines and the Disney people, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's nothing as final as of this particular point.
No, our last conversation with Al Coates in Calgary was, you know, things were still ongoing and there wasn't any solid commitments made either way.
Well, the face-off will come up deep into the Cleveland zone. Trevor Kidd, a first-round Flames pick. We'll take a look at some scores throughout the IHL. Indianapolis, the top farm team of Chicago, over the hapless Cincinnati Cyclones 3-2. And Fort Wayne leading Kansas City 1-0. And that's a very important game for Salt Lake, with Peoria leading Kalamazoo. Also, Peoria and Kansas City fighting with Salt Lake in the Western Conference of the International Hockey League.
Just what a race this is turning out to be. Peoria falling by 5 points, and now Kansas City behind by 1. It's going to go right down to the wire.
Here's the play on left wing, and Major being hounded by Busquets, trying to center one, but the Stoke for Salt Lake breaks it up to the top of the circle and able to cue it into the neutral zone, and Dick on the right wing side leads it free for Mark Major out of Kingston of the Ontario Hockey League. Into the third right back in, and Salt Lake's Busquets just clears it all the way down deep into the Cleveland zone. Back after to Paul Laus, and icing is the call with 4:31 to go in the second. The only Golden Eagles goal tonight scored by Kevin Wortman. Salt Lake down by 2.
Big Paul Laus, as I mentioned, #2 draft pick, or the 3rd draft pick, excuse me, of the Pittsburgh Penguins. Big kid, he moves the puck real well, does a good job, plays very aggressive.
Yeah, 3rd in the league, as we talked about earlier, and Trevor Kidd between the pipes for Salt Lake. Face-off will come up back deep into the Salt Lake zone. 4.5 minutes to go in the period. The Eagles have Harkins up front with Cruz and LeBeau. Harkins and Cruz have played together the last 3 seasons. Brian Beasley played on a line with them for a couple of years, and now Patrick LeBeau as their lineup, as the Lumberjacks have won 8 of the 12 face-offs in the Salt Lake zone, and Dave, that's going to definitely keep the puck in the Salt Lake territory.
That's a very surprising statistic, as the Golden Eagles are noted for very strong face-off men.
Yeah, the Eagles with Prost and Heafy, terrific on the draws. Harkins also as Sabrin, able to wind it right back in, and the defenseman Ahola gains possession. 7 games in Phoenix last year, played against the Golden Eagles there. Up the middle it goes, and Ken Priestley shooting one. Kid, a kick save, and cleared by Sabrin up the right wing side. Jacks take over. Ahola at the left point. His shot comes in front of the net, and unable to control it is Gancher, and Wortman on the left wing side for Cruz. Headman's LeBeau. He can't squeeze by Ahola, and then wound to the Salt Lake blue line, where LeBeau on left wing. Into the Jack zone. LeBeau stops, turning centers. Cruz couldn't get his stick on it, and Cleveland break back. On the left wing side, Sandy Smith headmans for Justin Duberman. Into the Salt Lake zone. Duberman out of the North Dakota trying to center one, and Dick couldn't get his stick on it. Salt Lake break back. Here's LeBeau on a two-man break with Gross. Pounded all over by Smith trying to center one, but back-checking Hewer to steal it away.
Well, I tell you, no infraction at all by Dan O'Halloran as LeBeau was being pulled and hooked and everything else.
Here's the play on right wing, and the Eagles break to center and clear to the Jack blue line by the player David Quinn, who's played sparingly tonight. It's cleared all the way down deep into the Salt Lake zone. Kidd able to hold on, sets it up to the right of the goal. Jack's trying to center one and tipped away. At the right point, Todd Nelson, a shot that also deflects up into the stands and a stoppage of play. Good scoring chances, Dave, for Cleveland deep into the Salt Lake zone. Well, we have an upcoming promotion, Golden Eagles against Milwaukee. That will be Thursday, March 18th. The Eagles against the Admirals. Purchase a pizza from Little Caesars Pizza and get a coupon to buy a $12 Eagles ticket. Get another one free. For more information on tickets, call 532-GOAL. Well, number 9, David Quinn on the ice for Cleveland on the back line. And an interesting story, and we'll try and touch on that before the night progresses. Jacks leading by 2 at 3-1, and they clear it up now back of the goal, and the Jacks, Todd Nelson, gains possession. Headman's free into the neutral zone, and here's McClellan dangerously into the Salt Lake territory, pulls up and just flips it off the sideboards into the Salt Lake zone.
Very experienced Dave McCulloch. You're just looking for that open man to break into an area to get the good shot, and McCulloch very soft with the hands, makes the nice pass.
David Quinn, who is a hemophiliac. We'll tell you about that as the night progresses. As mentioned, wearing number 9 on defense. Leaves it for his own backliner, Todd Nelson, for Cleveland. Headbands for McClellan. Now, zigzags it across the line, poke check, and the Eagles break back. Struge for Gillingham into the Cleveland zone. Ahead for Struge, but back checking is Quinn. Losing possession for the moment. Salt Lake trying to steal it, Gillingham, but here is Quinn into center. An original Minnesota North Stars pick back in 1984. Hops it towards the goal, and Kidd able to pounce on top with 1:34 left in the period. 3-1 Cleveland.
Well, you mentioned a little bit about Quinn. He was a member of that United States national hockey team, and Quinn experienced some type of medical problem, as you mentioned, hemophiliac, and I guess he takes some type of medication to get his blood to clot up before he has to go into a contest.
20 minutes each day for him to be able to play professional hockey. A shot at him on the bench earlier, and good story. Started last year with the U.S. Olympic team, but was injured later on and was unable to participate in the Olympics last year, but now playing for Cleveland on defense. We're just over a minute to go in the period. A 3-1 Cleveland lead, and Salt Lake's Clark able to break to center. Left wing for Struge. Now it across the line. Struge pulls up, trying to throw it across for Gillingham, and on goal, but couldn't get the shot off. Good play by Laus. Gillingham also unable to get a good scoring shot towards Dobson. And then it's cleared by the defenseman Dick right back into the Salt Lake zone.
Good hustle, good idea by the Golden Eagles forwards, but just unable to capitalize.
Eagles cleared now up into the stands with 54 seconds to go in the period. 3-1 Cleveland in the lead. And a scramble to the right of the goal. It's kind of quieted down, Dave. It was a very physical first period with 68 minutes in penalties, but here in the second, no majors and a very tight checking game.
You know that style of hockey, that aggressive style of hockey, he just wears you down. Bobby Francis realizing that now his team is settling more into a good, solid type of game. They're starting to get good opportunities towards the end of the second period, and they can hopefully just carry it on into third.
Sean Hafey on the bench for Salt Lake, red hot. Goals in 4 straight games, 8 shots Wednesday night, and has 7 goals in his last 6 games. And he was around the 10-goal mark for a while, and now is just about ready to hit 20. Here's Gancher, shoots it. Hit a glove save. Gancher turned around to the side of the goal, and the goaltender Kidd able to pounce on top. Perry Gancher, 29 years of age, played 1 game in Salt Lake back in the early 80s and let go of the shot, but Kidd was able to say no.
Good idea by Perry Gancher as he realizes Trevor Kidd has that butterfly style, going down low and spreading both legs. as he just waits, and his puck comes right to the top of the face-off circle. He turns and rifles it, tries to put it underneath the crossbar, but the kid's able to make the glove hand save.
Dave, as a forward, you probably say thank you very much in a play like that when you see the puck coming your way on a deflection, and he was able to wind up, but Kid was able to make the stop. Here's Chernomaz back the other way and lifts it high in the air into the Cleveland zone. Jamie Heward back after LeBeau steals with 36 seconds to go in the period. Eagles in deep to forecheck, trying to score a goal to cut the lead. And finally, it squirts free for Peter Aholov, 24 years of age, and able to wind it free on the left wing board. Streaking is Priestley, trying to center one, but Paul Holden able to break it up, winds it free on the left wing side. Eagles push it for Chernomaz, and a break to center. 14 seconds to go in the period. LeBeau shoots right on, and Dobson to save. And he's able to make the stop with the Salt Lake's McCarthy in front. LeBeau's had a couple of scoring opportunities, but not able to capitalize on Dobson.
Boy, the nice drop pass from Chernomaz, and LeBeau cranks it up, and guess who's there once again? Jamie Heward to tip that puck.
It was Chernomaz who started the play, and it was a beautiful drop pass, Dave. LeBeau, who doesn't miss too often, was able to get the shot off, and as you mentioned, it was blocked a little bit on the way.
Heward able to get a stick on it, and the shot's on goal. Right now, Cleveland out shooting the Golden Eagles 28-18 through the second period.
More even in the second stanza. Salt Lake with only 5 shots in the first. Face-off will come up deep into the Salt Lake zone. Or the Cleveland zone, I should say, right off the draw. Salt Lake's LeBeau trying to work it free, and they freeze it with 4 seconds left. And late in this period, they'll try and set something up, but not a lot of time, Dave, to really work up a play into the Cleveland zone.
Right now, Sean Hafey's going to come onto the ice to take this draw. The objective of Hafey is to get that puck back to, it looks like LeBeau on the point, and LeBeau will then work some type of offense from that position.
Well, the Eagles have Trevor Kidd in. Sometimes late in the period, they'll pull a goaltender maybe with 2 seconds left. But in this case, Kidd in, and Hafey will drop. They have the trigger man as LeBeau inside the blue line. Jacks, however, win the draw. Eagles trying to work it free, and that's it. The buzzer sounds, signaling the end. Cleveland doing a good job of tying up the Eagles in front of the net. Dave, a pair of goals, one for Salt Lake, one for Cleveland. It's still a 2-goal Lumberjack lead.
Golden Eagles are right in there at this point in the contest. Though down 3-1, their offense in that second period really started to come their way. They got a lot of good scoring opportunities, and hopefully in this third period they'll continue that trend.
Well, the story here, 2-goal Cleveland lead as the Eagles skate off here. We'll come back during our second intermission. Dan Savick will have a chance to talk with Hall of Famer Glenn Hall from Richfield Coliseum. We'll have more from Cleveland, Ohio, and Richfield Coliseum in just a moment. We gotta, and then you won't even have to, because I'll just throw it to the Gordie Howe piece. So see, after this thing, then Gordie Howe, so you won't even have to.
Just at the end of the period, when they come back,
What's that?
just right at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
SAEVIG, correct. Glenn, GLENNHALL. He is a goaltending consultant, Calgary Flames.
I just put hockey or Hall of Fame goalie.
Yeah, Hall of Fame goalie's fine.
Hall of Fame goaltender.
I'll introduce him as the goaltending consultant.
Okay.
Thank you. If you'd like me to, I'd be glad to.
So you don't need me to promo him then?
So
So Pat, do you not need me to promo this? Okay.
Toss it to Mike when I get done, correct? You got it. Welcome back, everyone, to the Richfield Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio. Dan Savig at the end of the second period, where it's Cleveland 3, the Salt Lake Golden Eagles 1. And it's a real privilege to welcome alongside the goaltending consultant for the Calgary Flames. 18 years in the National Hockey League. He's a Hockey Hall of Famer. He's played for the Detroit Red Wings, the St. Louis Blues, the Chicago Blackhawks, 84 career shutouts, a career goals against average of 2.51. Welcome, Glenn Hall. And Glenn, we're seeing an outstanding goaltending performance tonight by Trevor Kidd. Would it be safe to say that the Salt Lake Golden Eagle product is your #1 star to this point?
Well, I'm a little prejudiced, but yes, he's playing very, very well. This is as good as I've seen him play for quite some time. He's really into it, and all the things you like to see, and he's aggressive and, again, having an excellent game.
He's seeing a lot of difficult shots tonight. Is that helping keep him in the game, do you think?
Well, like you said, he is seeing a lot of difficult shots, and I think he's really working at seeing them. He's getting down. His recovery is great. He's into the game. The defenseman, he's working with them, I think, trying to make it easier to see the pucks.
Glenn, as we take a look at one of Trevor Kidd's saves, talk about his style. What do you like about him, and what would you like to have him work on?
Well, he's certainly got size. I don't even know about this save. Yeah, moving across. Okay, he moves across very, very nice. It's a little bit of a split if you can stay upright on it, but his recovery is the big thing from this. Now, if he can recover, and this is, nobody's ever recovered too good or too fast, and this is what you work at. It's a fun position when you're moving and playing well, but you can play well, but you have to win, and so hopefully that the team will get going. We had some chances at the other end. Dobson, he's playing very well too. I think that LeBeau had a big save. Sandy McCarthy had a good shot in the slot, and the 2-on-1 I think was Cherno. I think the play was proper, and he made good saves on it. So the goalkeeping is excellent at both ends.
Of course, you've got Andrei Trefilov also. Quickly, Glenn, how do you pick a #1 goaltender, and how do you keep both outstanding netminders happy?
Well, I don't know. I think that they like to play, and that's the difficult thing with the two goalkeepers, that they both want to play. They're both young. I think that you can learn in practice, but I don't think you learn as rapidly in practice as you do in a game. And again, the fact that yes, you're expected to play well. We don't accept anything but a top effort.
Hockey Hall of Famer and Calgary Flames goaltending consultant Glenn Hall. That's the story from down here in the bowels of the Richfield Coliseum. We'll take a break, and we'll be back with more Salt Lake Golden Eagles hockey. Glenn, thank you very much.
Okay, will I be on camera or not? Pat, I guess I'm not on camera? Okay. Okay. It's on Gordy.
These guys do too good of a job. Here, I'll just, thank you.
Yes.
You know that?
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. No problem. Okay, is this the right headset? Oh, there we go. Okay, there we go. What? Well, I know, but I wasn't here.
30 back. You heard that, Mike, didn't you?
Yeah, great.
Pat, you're almost too fancy with the way you do it when you start talking in my ear. I want to sit and stop and talking and listen to you. You do a good job on that.
Welcome back to Richfield, Ohio, the Coliseum. The Golden Eagles trail the Cleveland Lumberjacks, the top affiliate of the Pittsburgh Penguins, by 2 at 3-1. Well, just a few moments earlier, we had one Hall of Famer, Glenn Hall, who played terrific goal for the Detroit Red Wings, St. Louis Blues, and Chicago Blackhawks. And later in the month of March, we'll have a Hall of Famer in Salt Lake City. Gordie Howe will be making a tour throughout the United States and Canada, and will include Salt Lake City as part of that tour. And let's take a look at Gordie Howe, who will be in Salt Lake March 25th and 26th.
Slipped away, he goes right after. Lays it back to Roberts. Gordie Roberts, another shot. Sean steers that away. Allison goes in after it. Back of the net. Howe, he scores! Gordie Howe!
While many current hockey fans relate the sport to the names Gretzky, Lemieux, and Lindros, one player stands out as one of the greatest hockey players and athletes of all time. His name, Gordie Howe. Howe, who will visit Salt Lake City March 25th and 26th as part of the celebration tour of his 65th birthday, has maintained his celebrity status since officially retiring in the early 1980s. Nicknamed Mr. Hockey, Howe played much of his career in the old 6-team National Hockey League with the Detroit Red Wings, against the Toronto Maple Leafs, Montreal Canadiens, Chicago Blackhawks, Boston Bruins, and New York Rangers. In those days, the rivalries were intense, and fans recognized the players by face and name. Howe's longevity is perhaps the most amazing part of his legacy. He played 5 decades, beginning in 1946-47, and concluded his career in 1979-80 with the Hartford Whalers. He played 26 years in the National Hockey League, with 1,767 regular season games, scoring 801 goals and notching 1,850 points. He played on 4 Stanley Cup champions, won 6 league MVPs and scoring titles, and notched 19 hat tricks. He's still the only player to have scored 800 goals, and to this day has played more games than any other player in hockey history. Starting the 1992-93 season, he still led Wayne Gretzky by 52 goals in all-time tallies. Another incredible aspect of the Howe story is the age factor. Howe played professionally until he was 52 years old and actually played all 80 games with the Hartford Whalers in 1980, his 5th decade in the National Hockey League.
Like heck to go out after 32 years and find out I run short in the middle of the winter and be in a position where I'm forced to retire, which would be, that would be the sad part. Now it's a happy part. I still think I'm damn well good enough to play.
One of Howe's goals was to play professionally with his sons Mark and Marty. Howe accomplished this feat during the mid-1970s in Texas with the Houston Aeros and the now-defunct World Hockey Association. He played 4 years with that team, allowing a new generation of hockey fans to see Howe skate in new cities throughout the country. In addition to Howe's on-ice hockey successes, there is much more to the Howe story. His popularity stems from his personality, that of a spokesperson and ambassador for his team, the sport, and the fans. He has strived to promote the game during the past 50 years and has always made time for the people who loved him. Although he was as tough as they come in game situations, away from the ice, Howe was and is a family man, maintaining close ties to his kids and grandchildren. During his playing days, he was one of the most visible personalities in all of professional sports, and he helped make hockey well known throughout the United States. Today, things are not much different, as Howe continues to promote the game and sport in various ways throughout the country. 26 years, over 2,000 professional games, 800 goals, 1,700 penalty minutes. Gordie Howe combined toughness and finesse to be one of hockey's all-time greats. Now, Howe is still spreading the word of hockey to everyone.
Gordie Howe will be making an appearance in Salt Lake March 26th. The Golden Eagles take on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Here are the Cleveland Lumberjacks over Salt Lake 3-1 after 40. We'll come back with more from the Richfield Coliseum in just a moment. Okay. Okay. Speak fast. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
So we'll just do a real quick.
Okay.
Don't forget, either look at the camera or look at me. You were going in the middle again last time.
Where I was looking straight at the camera, wasn't I?
Sometimes, yeah, but a couple of times you looked in the middle. So look either at the camera or at me. What to do when you were looking in the middle, I didn't know if I should look at the
You had the
camera or
leg
look-
movement. You had the leg clicking around.
Couldn't, I can't when it's standing. The Salt Lake Golden Eagles and the Cleveland Lumberjacks from the Richfield Coliseum, and the Pittsburgh Penguins top affiliate leading the Golden Eagles 3-1. I'm Mike Barrack alongside Dave Hrechkosy, and Dave, the team's trading goals in the second, but Salt Lake still down by 2.
Well, it's going to be imperative that the Golden Eagles, they will get some scoring opportunities, but they're definitely going to have to capitalize when they do.
Well, that's the story here. We'll come back and take a look at the highlights of what's taken place so far. 3-1 Cleveland through 40 minutes of play.
He really looks like the guy out of the Wax Museum.
He has to because he's blonde.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
Does he have a real light complexion?
Yeah.
Lighter than yours?
Yeah. Now, does it look like I have makeup on tonight a little bit?
No, not even compared to him. I mean, yours looks good. I mean,
Oh,
it's
it does. I do have it on. You
His
can tell.
looks like he's suntanned, you know, like he's burnt under the...
Is that good?
I don't know if it's... he looks fine. I mean, he does a good job. I like the way he flowed as he was talking to Glenn Hall, and I said that to him. You know, you flow real well. I think it's just a matter of experience. That's what makes it good. Yeah, we're done on camera, I think. Yeah, we're done.
Oh yeah, are we done on? Okay, hello.
The next goal is the difference in this game. Sure. The Eagles will get the chances.
The Cleveland Lumberjacks over the Salt Lake Golden Eagles 3-1 at the end of 40 minutes of play. in the second period. Kevin Wortman scored the lone Eagle goal on a high shot, but Daniel Gauthier scored his second of the game, his 30th of the year at 5:29, and that makes the score 3-1. Kevin Wortman scored the first one, Dave, on a great setup in front from Todd Brost.
Todd Brost with a nice pass across his Brost gains the blue line. He makes the pass to Wortman. Wortman comes in, excellent screen by Tim Harris, and Wortman just rifles that shot over the glove hand.
And Cleveland coming back to score was Gauthier in front of the net after Kidd makes a save. The puck was loose in front. As the Eagles try to clear the zone, it bounced away, and finally, Dave, the Eagles, or the Jacks, were able to set up a play in front of the goal.
McKillock just passing it right out in front. Another save by Trevor Kidd, and then all of a sudden, here comes Daniel Gauthier, the 180, and just fires it into a wide open net.
So his second goal of the game, his 30th of the year, 2 goals. The Eagles trail the Lumberjacks. We'll have more from the Coliseum in Richfield, Ohio. The Eagles down by 2, and this is Salt Lake Golden Eagles hockey. Look, they got the light down there. See it?
Yeah, it's great.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, it was.
Hey, Pat, if you could hold up a little bit longer on the Kansas City score and also the Peoria score, because it affects Salt Lake. Okay, no problem. All right, fair enough. Salt Lake Golden Eagles trailing the Cleveland Lumberjacks 3-1 in the first ever meeting between the two teams. Played as the Muskegon Lumberjacks from the mid-1980s, but the new team here in Cleveland, and they lead by 2.
Phil Russell has his team playing very well. Kent Brushley getting caught on the ice. They had 6 players on the ice for that face-off.
Here the Jacks controlling on the right wing side, but Salt Lake in deep to forecheck throws. Up the center it goes, and Stoke able to pound it right back in. So the Eagles looking to cut the lead here, but the Jacks recover up the middle. And a break for Cleveland. Here is the forward moving in, Gauthier, swirling, his shot deflects wide. And Harris on the right wing boards, able to breeze out of there for the Golden Eagles. Harris just spins it right back in. Eagles change on the fly. Or I should say Chernamaz, LeBeau, and McCarthy as the threesome up front. And Cleveland clear it in the center, and Busquets flags it down and clears for LeBeau. In deep across the line for McCarthy. It skips outside the blue line, and McCarthy flings it right back in. And Dave, the Eagles going to have to keep the puck deep into the Jacks in.
They cannot let the Muskegon, or excuse me, Cleveland team get going. And persistent forechecking will pay off.
Here's LeBeau now trying to drop it for Sabrin. His shot deflects wide, and finally it's loose on the right wing boards, and the Jacks work free. Here's Gancher trying to flip it towards the net, succeeds, and the goaltender himself, Kidd, sets it up for his own defense, and Busquets able to work out of there. Busquets hounded on the forecheck by Smith, and finally cleared but not out. Ahola shoots it. Kidd gets a piece of that. Cleveland now leading by 2, trying to increase their advantage, but LeBeau able to cue it off the boards to center, and Ahola able to wind it right back free and clear now deep into the Salt Lake zone.
Ahola playing 71 games last season with the LA Kings. It really shows out there as he's got good presence of mind and he's able to make the big plays.
Here's Busquets now on the right side. After it, they try and freeze it there. Ahola lets it go, and Kidd gets a blocker on that. Way into the corner. Sandy Smith trying to center one. Harkins trying to fight for it also. There to the left wing point. Ahola shot going wide, and finally it's Cruz. There's but not out Smith. Keeps it in for Gancher. Shoots, scores! Barry Gancher roofed it upstairs. 4-1 Cleveland.
Boy, a key goal for for Cleveland as Gancher, opportunistic, jumps on a rebound shot and just rifles one underneath the crossbar. Trevor Kidd defenseless as Cleveland was able to just keep persistently forechecking the Golden Eagles, coming up with some takeaways and then converting. Perry Gancher with his 19th of the season.
Perry Gancher approaching 700 career games as a professional. Cut in front of the net, work, shoots, scores.
The right-handed shooting Gancher just waited as Trevor Kidd went down and just spotted a foot between the top of the catching glove and the crossbar and was able to put it in there. Very accurate shot by Gancher.
Well, Heward and Smith on the assist. Gancher is 19. Another chance for Cleveland. Kidd steers it aside as Major let one go. Finally, Hafey whirling around to the right wing side, gains possession. Headmans for Cruz into the center ice area, and then Hafey for Salt Lake bumped off the puck. And cleared by Cleveland right back into Eagles territory, and Kidd sets it up for zone defense. So that could be a backbreaker, Dave.
Definitely at this point, the Golden Eagles were coming on strong towards the end of the second. Now they got another goal deficit to go after.
And the Jacks control. Dick now on the left wing boards. Winds it free off the boards in the center, and Busquets has to retreat back. The 3 minutes gone. Into the third. 4-1 Cleveland. And the Jacks controlled out back of the net. And as soon as Todd Nelson touches it, icing is the call. Well, we'll take a look at the scores in the International Hockey League as the Eagles down here by 3 at 4-1. And two games really affecting Salt Lake. Fort Wayne did in Kansas City 1-0. The Blades come into the night just a single point back of Salt Lake, and Peoria leading Kalamazoo, and they come in only 7 points back of Salt Lake, actually 6 to start the night.
Well, it's a big, as we mentioned, we've talked about it, this race down to the wire, and it's being tough. Bobby Francis frustrated, to say the least, on the Golden Eagle bench.
Yeah, I'm sure right now he's not concerned with Kansas City or Peoria. He's more worried about the Golden Eagles and their lack of offense here tonight. They are down by 3. And the Jacks control the left wing side. They try and work it for McCulloch. He is checked. Busquets after also. And Cleveland take over. Gauthier into the far side, trying to muster a play in front, but finally Stoke able to break it up and leads for Clark. Here comes Clark out of his own end check. Jack's trying to work it free, and up to center it goes, and Cleveland take over. The Eagles really miss some offensive players, including Thomas Forsland, who's up in Calgary. We'll talk about it. 4-1 Cleveland in the lead, and this is Salt Lake Golden Eagles hockey.
Cleveland's classic rod. Our Stern on Warning classic rod all day. Elko Furniture is proud to be the official furniture supplier to the Cleveland Lumberjack players and executives. Buy or lease from Elko Furniture like the pros do. Your home or office will never be the same. Elko Furniture, satisfaction guaranteed.
Daniel Gauthier has scored twice. The Jacks have scored the lone goal in the period. It's 4-1 Cleveland. Dave, here early in period 3.
Gauthier is 6'2", 190 pounds. Really moves well with the puck, and he's, again, the shots on goal right now in the third period. Cleveland 34-18 for Salt Lake, 5-0 right now in this third period at this point.
Golden Eagles down by 3 and have been badly outshot here by a persistent Cleveland team looking for their 27th win of the season. They're affiliated with the Pittsburgh Penguins, and you know they're going to have a strong team. The Penguins have won 2 consecutive Stanley Cups. Here's the kid out of the goal to play it off the left wing side, and Cleveland take over. Nelson rims it on the left wing boards, just tapped right back in by Ahoa into the Salt Lake zone. And Stoke plays at his left defense. So the Eagles need something to create some offense here, and it's going to be tough against a pretty stingy Cleveland team. Here's Gillingham, a long shot, and Dobson to save. He holds on. Dobson in 3 games against the Golden Eagles last year yielded only 1 goal. As mentioned, 3 games, and here tonight just a single tally. And so even when the Eagles do get a shot, Dave, Dobson has been pretty strong.
David Stooch getting the pass to Todd Gillingham. Gillingham with the shot about a foot off the ice, and Dobson coming up big with the glove hand save.
As the Eagles set it up, and the Eagles rank 11th in the league in offense, total offense, and Save made by Dobson.
Well, we talk about good defense, and Phil Russell's conveyed that thought to his team as strong offense always prevents good defense.
And the goaltending, Dobson, very strong this season. Started the night 6th in league goals against average. Here's the play for the Jacks down the right side. And the streaking in Sandy Smith. Wortman beats him to it. And Salt Lake's Harris on the right wing boards. Being hounded, Jack trying to work it free. Brost on the boards on right wing, checked, and Cleveland take over. Here is Ahola, centers in front, and it just deflected wide. Cleveland take over. Priestley now on the left wing boards. Hafey after it also. The Eagles trying to clear it free, and Ganger just scoops it right back behind the Salt Lake net. Salt Lake, after tonight, will have only 23 games left in the season. And they work out of there into center, and Wortman able to cue it right back in. Salt Lake changing on the fly. LeBeau, Chernomaz, and let's see, there's another forward, McCarthy out there. And Salt Lake's Busquets at the blue line. Keeps the puck in, fans off. There should have been an offside on the play. As LeBeau trying to center one. Does the back of the goal now, feed it for Chernomaz. Dumps it in the slot. McCarthy couldn't get a stick on it. And Cleveland just clearing right back deep into the Salt Lake zone. Eagles back after icing should be the call. Busquets after icing is the infraction. Well, the Golden Eagles will take on the Cleveland Lumberjacks next Thursday night. It's ticket exchange night. Redeem your unused tickets for the 92-93 season. For a ticket to the game, or purchase the full price $12 seat and get a coupon for a free medium pizza from Domino's and free movie rental at Movie Buffs. 532-GOAL for more ticket information. 5:52 gone, third period. The Eagles outshot, outscored, and the only goal tonight, Kevin Wortman at 4:27 in the second period. And the Jacks just to clear it again deep into the Salt Lake zone. Holden hustling back, icing is the call with 13:55 to go, third period. Paul Holden, acquired earlier in the season from the Los Angeles Kings. But he and his teammates down to Phil Russell's Lumberjacks by 3.
Phil Russell got to be very happy with the play of his team tonight. As you mentioned, Paul Holden, he's really progressed as the season's wore on. Bobby Francis pleased with his play. He's moving the puck real well. Phil Russell doing a fine job with this Cleveland Lumberjack hockey team.
Yeah, Phil Russell, as mentioned earlier, played 15 years and over 1,000 games in the NHL. Here's the play now on the left wing side. Jacks leading by 3 at 4-1. And the Eagles gain possession. McCarthy leads it for Chernomaz. Left wing for LeBeau. Streaks into the Jack zone, but they're cleared away. The Eagles are missing Thomas Forsland, an offensive threat. He was called up to the Calgary Flames to replace injured Gary Roberts. And Dave, that has to hurt the Eagles' cause offensively.
Huge deficit for the Golden Eagles without Forsland. Forsland, great offensive abilities.
Here's LeBeau on left wing. Plays it up the middle, Chernomaz, and then again tapped right back into Salt Lake territory.
Once again, tonight in the IHL, Indianapolis leading Cincinnati 4-2 in the third period.
And Kansas City now up 2-1. They were down 1-0 as LeBeau down the right side. Into the Jack zone. Shoots one, and the save made by Dobson. A rebound deflected away. Peoria holding a 2-1 lead, and San Diego and Phoenix just underway. Here's the play on the left wing side, and LeBeau able to cue it to center. And the Jacks, Todd Nelson, 21 years of age, gains possession. Tries to work it free up the right wing boards and then clears it into center. Flipping a pass ahead for McCarthy off the mark. Out of the net himself, or actually it's Stoke now. The back of the goal trying to work it free. It's centered, but Paul Cruz leads the rush into the neutral zone. Right side for Brost. Here's Cruz, gets his own pass off the backboards. Now Salt Lake deep in a forecheck. Harkins after it. It's cleared now in front, but whipped away and cleared to the blue line. Salt Lake trying to muster up something to get a goal and get back into this game. Here's Gauthier, looks for the hat trick, kicks it towards the net. Kid's able to make the stop, and there's going to be a penalty on the play also. 4-1, Cleveland in the lead. We'll come back with more in just a moment. This plays a tough game.
Bobby totally frustrated, boy. Just look at him over there. They got a decent hockey team, Cleveland.
Cleveland Lumberjacks, the top farm team of the Pittsburgh Penguins, the two-time Stanley Cup champions, leading Salt Lake by 3. Wow, a tough night for the Golden Eagles. Salt Lake, if they drop this game, would be only 3 games over the 500 mark. And watching over their shoulders is Kansas City and Peoria creeping up in the overall Western Conference standings. Eagles shorthanded is Paul Cruz for slashing at 9:50. The Jacks already leading 4-1. Have another opportunity, Dave, with the man advantage.
Golden Eagles, David Struch and Todd Gross up front have done an excellent job of killing off the early penalties.
However, in the even strength situations, the Lumberjacks have excelled. Here's the play in front of the goal. Hit the save on Duberman cutting in front, and another penalty coming up. Let's see what this is all about in front of the Salt Lake goal. So
Trevor Kidd coming up very big on the save as Gauthier makes the pass across in front. And Duberman just turns, makes the backhanded shot. Trevor Kidd, very, very sharp tonight, makes a nice save.
And the Eagles were caught a little bit in front of that power play. Duberman again, the backhander, and Kidd able to make the save. Sabrin gets in there with the Muskegon, with a Cleveland player also, Dave. He picks up the penalty, so an additional call to the Salt Lake backliner.
A high stick by Ken Sabrin on Dave McKillock.
It's a roughing call. He did have the stick up. I was waiting for the call. 8:18 the time, and a 2-man power play now, Dave, to make it worse for Salt Lake.
Well, I'll tell you, talk about back against the wall. This is a situation that Bobby Francis did not want to see his team get into.
Here is Duberman now for the Jacks. Back to the point for Gancher. Near side for Priestley. As the Jacks, Gancher turns. His shot in front for McCulloch, and then it deflects wide center. And tipped away, and Salt Lake break back, although 2 men short. Workman to center. And across the line, but has no other choice just to dump it into the corner, and he does a nice job to eat up some time on the clock. Minute 5 left in the first penalty against Cruz. Minute 29 left of the Sabrin infraction. And Cleveland take over. McKilloch on the far side for Gancher. Moving free. McKilloch now holding on. Trying to center one, but David Struch breaks it up and clears it, but not out. McKilloch steals for Cleveland. Right side, Gauthier shoots it, Kidd. A stick save and cleared away by Salt Lake all the way down.
I'm very impressed with the play of Dave McKilloch. Moves around, makes good plays.
Moving in is the Eagles. Struch, Dave, was able to get a good opportunity on kind of a crazy play.
David Struch just taking the puck away right from the Muskegon, or the Cleveland defenseman, and just couldn't capitalize, though.
Here is Gauthier now for Cleveland along the far side. Passing it, Priestley, a shot going wide. Only 3 Eagles on the ice. Buskus, Holden, and Chernomaz. And Gauthier, who looks for the hat trick. Throws it across. Gancher misfired, and finally Buskus back of the goal. Tries to hold up a Cleveland player. It's loose in front, and Rich Chernomaz picks an opening and wings it down.
Boy, I tell you, Trevor Kidd looks a little fatigued in goal as he's had to come up with some big saves.
And the Jacks take over once more back of the net. Paul Dick gains possession. Right side pass into the neutral zone, and Patterson, the rookie who's played sparingly tonight, on the left wing side. Patterson trying to poke it in front, but the Eagles break back. Into center, Harkins with Cruz and a 2-man break. Harkins in a goal, shoots and tops it. A kick save. That's it on the 2 penalties, so the Eagles have killed it off. The Jacks fail to score, Dave, on a 2-man power play, but time a factor. 9.5 minutes left for the Eagles, down by 3.
Eagles have had to get a quick offensive thrust going and capitalize very quickly.
And the Eagles just clear it right back in. Well, the penalty killing has been red letter perfect. However, it's the even strength situations that have hurt as the Jacks dump it up into the near side.
Tough to mount any real offense when you're having to kill penalties. You're always shorthanded, and that's happened.
Okay, 4-1, Jacks in the lead. We'll have more from Cleveland in just a moment.
This arm bouquet is presented by the members of the Florist Association of Greater Cleveland. These carnations are the official flower of the city of Cleveland and designated as the Our Town Carnation.
They play well. They do a good job. Their defense and offense for
Congratulations, this one's for you.
Cleveland. They do a great job.
Cleveland Lumberjacks 4, the Salt Lake Golden Eagles 1 in a tough night for Bob Francis. Here are the Jacks now controlling it, clearing it to center, and Buskus able to wing it right back down. So the Eagles not had a lot of chances on Rob Dobson tonight and have to go back to Sabrin, able to push it right back behind the goal.
Dobson's come up big every opportunity, and that's been frustrating for the Golden Eagles.
Jacks cleared all the way down deep into the Salt Lake zone. Buskus after icing is the call, and a late push, and here we go again. This was what we had in the opening period, and now maybe frustration building in for Salt Lake late in this game.
Well, I'll tell you, Cleveland has just put on so much offensive pressure on the Golden Eagles that it's frustrating, as you mentioned.
Well, the puck was deflected deep into Salt Lake territory, and it looked like a very innocent-looking play until Ken Sabrin and Ron Buskus turning around the player in front, Ken Priestley.
Well, it looks like an icing call is going to be made, and I think that's whatever caused this whole thing to happen was that Ken Sabrin was just going down the ice and make the play, and there was a little over-aggressiveness by Perry Gancher. Ken
Sabrin, one of 2 Eagles, the other Hrechkosy to be part of the last Turner Cup championship for Salt Lake back in 1987-88. Played in the NHL with both Calgary and Washington as a Stanley Cup ring. Parent Calgary Flames. Face-off will come up deep into the Cleveland zone. Hayfeed, Harris, and Brost as the forward line. And the Jacks take over, and they flip it to the Salt Lake defense where Holden able to swing it right back in. Salt Lake Golden Eagles on their second game of this 4-game trip. They'll play in Atlanta tomorrow night, also Sunday evening, and that's not going to be an easy task either, as Gancher moving free. Hounded by Wortman, flipped on the boards, but not out, and finally it's swept now back of the net. Jacks trying to work it free. Sandy Smith trying to center one, but Gross plays on the right side. 3-goal deficit for Salt Lake here in the third period, and Wortman in across the line. Hayfeed shoots, and Dobson a pad save. Great drop pass. There's going to be a penalty, I think, against Cleveland. Eagles back after it, and as soon as Bros touches it, the Eagles Bros just backhands it right back in. Well, Kidd went out for a 6th attacker, and as soon as the Jacks touch it, we'll have a stop on the play with 7:55 to go in the third period. A 4-1 Cleveland lead. It looks like interference will be the call. Shots on goal, 33-28. 14-5 in favor of the Jacks, Dave, in the first period, 9-4 here in the third.
Right now, I'll tell you, Salt Lake is with this opportunity on the power play. First time this evening, they're going to have the power play. Second time, excuse me, they're going to have the power play opportunity. They've got to. It's imperative that they score now.
Time of the penalty on the interference call. Peter Ahola at 12:05. You mentioned second power play, but this is only the first full 2-minute power play for Salt Lake.
It was just at the end of the one penalty that the Eagles were killing off. They only got a few moments on that last opportunity.
Here's Wortman now. Hands for Broster. Chernem has a shot deflects wide. Now Hayfeed for the Eagles. Back to the right wing flank for LeBeau to Wortman. Breaks his blade and actually broke the stick in half. On that shot, he has to go get a new piece of lumber, and that hurts.
Really hurts. Kevin Wortman trying to get a little extra on that shot, and his stick just exploded in his hands.
Here are the Eagles breaking back on the right side, and Chernemaz leads it for McCarthy, and he cranks it right back into Jacks territory. Big power play for Salt Lake with 7:20 left in the game. Here's Wortman now. Into the corner for McCarthy. McCarthy now whirling, hands it to Chernemaz. Trying to drop it back to the left wing point, stolen. McCulloch now to center, stripped by LeBeau, and Chernemaz breaks to center. Left wing for Sean Hayfeed. Zigzags it across the line, but is passed off the mark, and then cleared by the defenseman Quinn, but not out. Eagles keep it in. Here's Hayfeed whirling along the far side. LeBeau at the right point. As Hayfeed now cutting in. Hands McCarthy. Couldn't get the full shot off, and swept by the Jacks deep into the Salt Lake zone.
Dave McCulloch doing an excellent job up front, causing all kind of problems for the Eagles. Patrick LeBeau.
Eagles on their second power play and have yet to capitalize. Here's the play now, back of the goal. Salt Lake's Harkins in for Struch. Back pass for Harkins as Salt Lake Struch now moving in. Cuts into the far side, backs it up for Harkins. behind the goal. Trying to work it free for Struch now with just over 6 minutes left. Here's Struch turning along the far hash marks to the point for LeBeau. His shot through traffic, and Dobson got a piece of that. The Eagles continue to try and get some scoring chances. Here's Struch now to the right wing hash mark. Struch back to the left wing side for Chabrin. Right point, LeBeau shoots, and Dobson gets a piece of that. He holds on with a couple of Eagle players in front. That's it on the penalty. The Eagles did throw the puck around pretty well in the offensive zone.
Patrick LeBeau with a good shot from the point. Both Todd Harkins and Paul Cruz were in front.
Well, it's a 4-1 Cleveland lead with 5:54 left. We'll take a break. This is Salt Lake Golden Eagles hockey. We want to thank Pat Murray and his crew here in Cleveland, Ohio at Ridgefield Coliseum. What a great job they've done, Dave.
Fine job, Pat. As you mentioned, these guys, great. Super working this game.
Having a good time here, and hope you're enjoying the broadcast, but it's not been so much fun for the Golden Eagles. They're down by 3. And on game 2 of this road trip, and trying to gain something out of this one. Here's Struch now into the neutral zone, but unable to get past there as the Jacks quickly move in. And the shot by Smith steered aside by Kidd. Now it's Clark running it along the opposite side. Gillingham plays with just over 5 minutes to go in this game. And at this point, the Jacks seem to have it in command. Eagles are going to need a couple of quick goals to get back into this thing. Here's the Kidd himself, plays it up the left wing side. Gillingham after it. Jacks take over. Here's Priestley back to the left wing side for Ahola. Shoots, and Kidd steers it aside. It bounces on edge back of the net. Gancher for Cleveland trying to center one. Salt Lake finally dump it outside the line. And under 5 minutes left, Dave, Salt Lake down by 3.
Golden Eagles just having trouble getting the puck out of their own zone. One of the confusion that Cleveland creates is tough.
4-1, Jacks over Salt Lake. We will take a break, and this is Salt Lake Golden Eagles hockey.
The 3 stars will be selected at the conclusion of every Lumberjack game.
That's great.
Can't see us.
Huh?
They couldn't see us. The cameras are waving.
Are we supposed to wave back? Oh. Eric? 4:49 to go, third period. Glad you joined us on KXIV Channel 14 as well as the Golden Eagles Radio Network, All Sports Radio 106.5 The Score, and KLO at Ogden, Utah. Eagles down by 3 and in the offensive zone, trying to muscle it into the Cleveland zone, but not much more in the slot area as Rob Dobson and the Lumberjacks defense keeping Salt Lake at bay.
Cleveland's defense, stellar performance tonight in front of Dobson. The shots in the third period right now, Cleveland with a total of 40, Salt Lake 24, 11-6 in this third period.
Rob Dobson, a third-year pro at 13 victories last year for the Lumberjacks. Eagles outshot, giving up 40 shots tonight, and believe it or not, for Trevor Kidd, the 20th time this season he's faced over 30 shots in a hockey game, and tonight he's had to face at least 40. Here's the play now, back of the goal into the Jacks end, and David Quinn, a first-round North Star pick in 1984. The same year, Mario Lemieux was drafted #1 by Pittsburgh. As the Eagles trying to work it free, Brost on the board. Salt Lake trying to keep it in. They send 3 men into forecheck. Harris knocked down. There'll be a penalty on the play. Hayfie is shot. That's blocked off. And as soon as the Cleveland Lumberjacks touch it, holding will be the call. And Dave, ferocious forechecking with Tim Harris forcing a penalty in the offensive zone.
Brost, Harrison, Hayfie, a good job. And it looks like Justin Duberman's going to get sent off for the infraction.
And another power play for the Golden Eagles. Well, the time of the penalty, 15:56. Salt Lake Golden Eagles will take on Cleveland next Friday night at the Delta Center. It will also be First Security Team Poster Night. Team posters will be handed out at the door, courtesy of First Security Bank. For ticket information, call 532-GOAL. Justin Duberman, 2 for holding at 15:56, the third power play of the night for the Golden Eagles.
Right now, the Golden Eagles 0 for 2 on the power play opportunities so far.
Here's Chernomaz to Wortman as the puck rolling on edge. Hands it free to Hafey. Back to the point for LeBeau. Hafey now to the top of the circle. Shoots it right through the goal crease. And Wortman able to keep the puck in at the left wing point. Wortman, who scored the only goal tonight for Chernomaz, scores! Rich Chernomaz on a high rising snapshot. And a power play goal. It's 4-2 Cleveland.
Almost the same type of shot that Kevin Workman was successful in that first period on a good screen by Tim Harris. On this particular shot, Chernomaz with a good shot from the point. Sandy McCarthy, good screen in front of Rob Dobson in goal. Wortman with a good pass over to Chernomaz. Chernomaz waits as McCarthy just moves real quickly out of way, but Dobson has no chance to make the save.
And it was a great setup, as you mentioned. Wortman able to throw it over, and then Chernomaz with the shot upstairs. Wortman and Hafey on the assist. Chernomaz scoring his 20th of the year. Inching a little bit closer to Lyle Bradley. That is point number 520 for Chernomaz in his Eagles career. Just 7 shy of Bradley's mark for career scoring in a Golden Eagles uniform. And the Eagles trying to work it free on the right wing shot. So it's an Eagles down by 2. There's still time left, enough time with the 3:20 left in the game. And Chernomaz whirling around into the neutral zone, and the puck is cleared right back for McCarthy, and he's leveled by Gancher, Dave. And little Gancher threw a hip check on big McCarthy.
Boy, Sandy McCarthy really felt that check from the little Gancher.
Here's the play now on the left wing side. Eagles trying to work it free. It is cleared now in front of the Golden Kid, able to pounce on top. Well, Rich Chernomaz with his 20th goal of the year, and another milestone for him. Trevor Kidd looks on. Well, we want to mention Tuesday, March 16th, the Eagles will take on the Milwaukee Admirals at the Delta Center. Purchase a full price, $12 seat, and get a coupon for a free media pizza from Domino's. Also a free movie rental from Movie Buffs. Icy posters will be given away, the Eagles mascot. For ticket information, call 532-GOAL. Well, Rich Chernomaz has scored 20 goals. And Dave, that is the 8th time in his illustrious career he scored at least 20 goals in a season.
Rich Chernomaz, a captain for the Eagles, works very hard when he's out there, and he possesses some good offensive abilities, and he converts when he gets most of his opportunities.
In fact, for Cherno, 8 consecutive seasons of 20 goals. Here's the play on left wing, and the Eagles clear but not out. Jack's trying to flip it right back in. McCulloch now skated off at the last moment. Finally Holden on the left wing side. Headmans for Hafey on a 3-man rush. The Eagles still within striking distance, not very easily for a 2-goal deficit, but 4-2 with 2:27 left. Here's Gauthier. Solik sending 3 men deep in a forecheck, taking chances. Holden pinching in, trying to make a play, but finally it's Cleveland taking control. When you do this, you're going to open yourself up defensively. Here's McCulloch trying to center one. Blocked off for the defense. Now Holden after it. Cleared. Gauthier a shot and steered aside by Kidd. Gauthier looks for the hat trick, and here come the Eagles back with just under now 2 minutes left of the game, and the Eagles change on the fly. It is a line now with LeBeau and Cruz up front. Also Harkins as it's cleared to center, and Busquets has to turn back. Rod Busquets headmans for Harkins. In across the line. There goes Kidd for a 6th attacker, but he scampers right back into the goal crease with 1:40 left in the game. Cleveland take over. Here's Smith, a shot going wide. Oh, it was going to be an early goal for Kidd, but he had to go back into the goal crease.
Trevor right by the blue line, realizing that the Cleveland forward can't come up with the puck, and he had to race back to the net.
Here's the play now back of the goal with 1:24 left. Solik down 4-2 here in the 3rd period. Jacks take over in front of the net. Smith shoots, and a dribbler, and Kidd able to make the save. It was a scramble in front, a screen, and Kidd was able to make the stop. He originally was looking to go for the 6th attacker, but then was able to get back in to the Salt Lake goal crease, and then another scoring chance for Cleveland.
Ken Priestley making a nice pass to Sandy Smith, and Sandy Smith lets go the shot, and it deflects off of Kevin Workman in front, creates all kind of havoc for Trevor Kidd in goal.
Another shot for the Jacks. They have over 40 now in this game, and you know, it's tough, Dave, when you're down by 2 in the face-off in your own end. Bob Francis will try and see if his team can work out something from the defensive zone and get things going in the Cleveland side of the ice.
Bobby wants to direly pull out Trevor Kidd in goal to get that extra attacker out there, but if they can't gain the zone and throw it in and get something happening in Cleveland's end, that won't happen.
Here it's Wortman on the right side for Chernomaz, and he leads out of there for Salt Lake. Right side for Hayfie, he's able to push it to the Cleveland blue line with just over a minute left. Kidd can't get out of that goal crease. The Eagles can't clear it into the Cleveland zone as the Jacks just kick it right back in. Sabrin has possession. Under a minute to go in the game. And now Salt Lake's Chernomaz leads it for Hayfie. Hayfie backs it up into the Cleveland zone. That's what they had to do to get Kidd off. He is off now for his sixth attacker. Chernomaz keeps it in front of the goal. Wortman in on net for Chernomaz. Wortman shoots it in front of the goal. McCarthy after it. Salt Lake control. Chernomaz centers McCarthy. A chance going wide. 30 seconds left at the point. Sabrin shoots. Blocker save, rebound. Oh, and they clear it right through the goal crease and wide. Wortman, his shot going wide. Eagles trying to center one for McCarthy. 17 seconds left. Chernomaz now back of the goal, trying to work it in front of the bow. Centers, Hayfie scores! Sean Hayfie with 11 seconds to go in the game. It is a 4-3 Cleveland lead. Salt Lake doing everything but to put the puck in, and they finally did.
Persistent effort on the part of the Golden Eagles pays off. Sean Hayfie's converts on a pass from Sandy McCarthy out front, and he just rifles one right between the legs of Rob Dobson.
Boy, it's a shame the Eagles weren't able to score a little bit earlier. It was finally LeBeau parked to the right of the net, centered it, and then Hayfie with that good low shot beating Dobson to make it a 4-3 game.
Excellent shot low on the ice as Chernomaz gets the puck out in front. And all of a sudden, Sandy McCarthy working really, really hard. And then the rebound caroms right back to Patrick LeBeau. He finds a wide open Hayfie, and Hayfie rifles it low on the ice.
And the Eagles, Hayfie scores his 20th goal of the year. And all of a sudden, it's 4-3, but only 10 seconds left. Don't forget, actually in March 18th, Thursday night, the Eagles will take on the Milwaukee Admirals. Purchase a pizza from Little Caesars Pizza, and get a coupon to buy one $12 Eagle ticket and get another one free. Ticket information, call 532-GOAL. Hayfie and Wortman on the, or I should say Wortman and LeBeau on the assists on that last scoring play. And the Eagles to within one.
So with only 10 and 8/10 of a second left on the clock, it's going to be awful tough for the Golden Eagles to get that puck into the Cleveland zone and then get the quick shot. I would assume that right now Sean Hayfie's going to take that face-off and try to direct it. No, he's taking it back.
4-3 the score. The Eagles clearing right back. It is Wortman across the line, but offside at the defense with a total of 19:50 gone in the third period. That last scoring play, Sean Hayfie from Patrick LeBeau and evidently Rich Chernomaz on the other assist. And that makes it a one-goal game, but only 4 seconds left for the Eagles to just dump it in and call really basically for the Hail Mary here to see if they can tie the game.
I thought for sure that Sean Hayfie would move that puck up because you don't have enough time to draw the puck back in.
Here we go on the face-off. Hayfie wins it on the left wing side. LeBeau shooting one, and it's offside, and that appears to be it. The game is over, and the Lumberjacks win it 4-3 here tonight, despite a last chance for Salt Lake at the tail end of the game.
Well, Golden Eagles, good effort this evening. Maybe a little too over-aggressive at times, but good effort when they got the opportunities. They hung in there and they fought back, and close 4-3 win for Cleveland this evening.
Well, the Eagles badly outshot here tonight, Dave, and you know, the offense, not a lot of mustard on Rob Dobson. Physical play in the first period, and the Eagles unable to pick up the 2 points here tonight.
Well, just an excellent job again tonight by the Cleveland Lumberjack hockey team.
All right, we'll take a break and come back with more from Richfield. The Jacks 4 and the Eagles 3, and we'll come back with more in just a moment.
Right here.
That's fine. We can just go off then. Okay, no problem.
Thank you.
No, did you get the assists on that last goal? It'll help.
Sean Hafey from McCarthy and LeBeau.
McCarthy and Chernamaz.
Chernamaz.
Okay, thanks.
6 points behind now.
See, that's important. Okay.
Where's Dan? Is he? Did he?
No, we're not going to go down.
I see it's a good time in Salt Lake. It'll be 10:30.
Just do it real quick.
Yeah. 2 big games coming up in Atlanta.
And remember tomorrow night, your Lumberjacks in action again at 7:30 face-off against Indianapolis. That's the Indianapolis.
Thank you, Pat.
Your Lumberjacks in action. Come on back out and see them. Again, thank you for your attendance tonight.
God, we've had tough TV games, haven't we? We've had one that's been exciting. I mean,
Is it 10:30 here?
there you go. Can you imagine that they're going to turn this into a penitentiary, federal penitentiary?
Huh? You didn't? Why didn't you say that earlier?
I did. I mentioned I was talking downstairs.
Okay.
Yeah, they're going to turn this into a penitentiary.
Well, you mentioned that on the air?
Yeah, I was talking.
Well, the final score here tonight, the Cleveland Lumberjacks over the Salt Lake Golden Eagles by a count of 4-3. And the Eagles now drop to 29-26-4 on the year. Rich Chernamaz, a pair of points and a losing effort, now has moved even closer to Lyle Bradley, has 521 points, 6 shy of the franchise record. Dave, a tough one here tonight.
Very frustrating game for the Golden Eagles. Definitely their game plan was to come out and play aggressive style of hockey. Hopefully get some turnovers quickly and score. But what happened, it kind of backfired on the Golden Eagles. Gauthier able to convert very early in the contest, and it was tough sledding from then on.
Eagles outshot 42-32, and Cleveland win the game, their 27th of the year. Again, the final tonight from Richfield, the Cleveland Lumberjacks 4 and the Salt Lake Golden Eagles 3. Hope you enjoyed the broadcast. So long from the Richfield Coliseum.